boys and girls. Welcome back for day 3 of lesson 19. And today I'd like to introduce you to Caesar. His name is Caesar von Tilius. And he's 17 years old, and he can't see very well, he can't hear very well, but he sure is still a good old pal. He's got lots and lots of warts. But I love squeezing him too. He doesn't get as much billing as Moon Pie because he's not quite as obnoxious. All right, better get on with the lesson. Today, I have my magic mathematical wand. As you can see, I'm doing 3 lessons in one day because I'm still wearing the same outfit. So today, or this time for our lesson, let's take a look-see. We're going to be doing lesson 19. Ooh, day 3 of 4. After today, it'll be more of your own independent practice to work through to practice these concepts. So, to solve multiplication and division equations using inverse operations, something to remember. Ooh, look, I can change my wand. Remember, isolate the variable is so important when solving equations. You have to get the variable all by itself. That's how you solve the equations. Yes. And now, here we are in instruction book, page 194, 195, and we'll be working on the problem solving pages 207 and 208. So, can you all get to 194 and 195? And I'll get ready to share my screen, and we'll chit-chat about solving multiplication and division equations using inverse operations. Okay. I wish I could see you. I wish I could feel your energy. I'm hoping that you're feeling mine because I'm trying to do the best I can to keep you engaged. And I know that a lot of you really super care about your learning, but it's just hard because, well, you're by yourself and it's not just as enjoyable. I just get it. So here we go. We're in this together. Let's do the lesson. I will stop and pause while you get yourself organized. Don't forget your writing tools. I've got my notebook. I've got it dated lesson 19, day 3 of 4, page 194, 195. I'll see you in a bit. Hi there, 6th graders. You're back. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for staying with me. Ooh. Okay, today we're going to solve multiplication equations. You're on page 194. I'm taking it. And you can see that we're going to read the problem below, then explore how to solve a multiplication equation. So, Delia puts 2 bags of blocks on the left side of a balance. There they are. I see them. Each bag has the same number of blocks, so that's why they have X and X. Same number. After she adds 10 blocks to the right side, the balance beam is horizontal. How many blocks are in one bag? Okay. Knowing you guys already as you're thinking, you're just dividing this 10, right, in half, and you're putting 5 in one bag and 5 in the other, aren't you? Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that would make so much sense, but let me see. The 2 bags together have a total of 10 blocks. Solve it. Write an expression for the number of blocks in each pan. Then write an equation showing that the expressions are equivalent. Number of blocks on the left side, 2x, 2x, 2x. There's 2xx plus x, or 2x, right? Number of blocks in the right side of the pan, 10. So there is your equation. 2x equals 10. So far, so good. Let's get to page 195 and let's think about that then. Alrighty. Okay, let me see. There we go. Okay, scrolling slow here, folks. 195. Here we go. Oh, oops, that jumped up. There we go. It does not like 195. There we go. Got it. Patience. Mwah. Thank you. Okay, look at solve it on the previous page. What do you need to do to find the number of blocks in one bag? I mean, number 11, what would you write there? Give you a second. What do you need to do to find the number of blocks in one bag? What would you say? And you're thinking and you're writing and you're saying something about you'll solve the equation, right? You'll solve the equation that was set up for you. That's right back here. You'll solve this equation to figure out how much is in one bag. Because once you isolate the variable, get x by itself, you're going to find out how much is in one bag. So let's solve it. And I see that it's multiplication, and I know the inverse operation of multiplication is division. So number 11, what do you need to do to find the number of blocks in one bag? Well, for heaven's sakes, you need to solve 2x equals 10. Now, number 12, the expression 2x is a multiplication expression. Yes, if you recall, the 2 is the coefficient and the x is the variable. It tells you to combine two equal groups of x blocks each. What is the opposite of combining two equal groups of blocks? If you combine two equal groups of blocks, the opposite is you're going to split those blocks, or you're going to divide those blocks. The opposite is splitting those boxes into two equal groups. It's just trying to help you understand that the opposite of multiplication is division. If you combine something, you have to split it. That's the opposite. Combine, split. What operation is the inverse of multiplication? Number 13 there? Of course. Write this down. You know already it's division. And how can you isolate the variable in 2x equals 10? Well, you have to divide what? Did I hear you say you have to divide 2 by the left side and the right side? Because you have to get to x by itself, and since it's 2 times x, you have to divide it by 2. And don't forget, you got to do it to both sides. So I wonder if there's a way that you guys maybe can teach me how to write on this thing. Because I think I should be going divide both sides by 2. Number 15, when you isolate the variable, what must you do to balance the equation? Well, you have to divide both sides of the equation. You can't just divide one. You can't go 2x divided by 2 and just get x. You also have to go 10 divided by 2. And here it is down here. What numbers inside the box? What numbers inside the box is to solve? 2x equals 10. So 2x equals 10. Isolate the variable. 2x divided by 2. You better put 2 right there. And then, of course, you have to divide 10 by 2. And, of course, 2 divided by 2 is the same as 1x, and 1x is the same as x. So, equals 5. So how many blocks are in one bag? 5. How many of you knew that from the moment you saw the problem? I just wanted you to remember that what you're doing, guys, is you're trying to isolate that variable, starting off with a little, some problems that you can really visualize to the point where you got to do them separately. How could you check your solution, folks? Well, can't you just replace this variable 5 with x? Because if x equals 5, 2 times 5 equals 10, 10 equals 10, you've solved it. Now, go ahead, guys. Try what you learned and show your work on a separate sheet of paper. All right, I'll do mine over here. You do yours. 7x equals 21. All right, it's multiplication, and I need to get the x by itself. I'll be quiet. Oops, I think I messed up. There we go. Oops. All right. Let me stop the share. So, did you get this? 7x equals 21. 7x divided by 7 equals 21 divided by 7. X equals 3. I accidentally crossed this off. It was really 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1x is the same as x. Hi. Okay, x equals 3. Okie dokie. There you go. There you have it. So let me just take a look. See, are we done with all of that then today? Because that was a pretty quick one. Let's see. Oh, let's share that again. Double checking. Yay. And then we have to practice, because of course, you know, the practice gets a little more complicated. That's on page 207 and 208 of your problem solving book. I'll pause for a second while you go ahead and get that. Well, welcome back. Here we are. Okay, so this is page 207, 208, and it says study the example problem showing how to solve a multiplication equation, then solve problems 1 through 9. Check it out. There are 3 bags of marbles in the left side of a balance. Each bag has the same number of marbles. After you put 9 marbles in the right side, the pans hang evenly. How many marbles are in each bag? Bet you are already ahead of me. Write an expression for the number of marbles in each pan. Number of marbles in the left side is 3x. Number of marbles on the right side is 9. Write an equation to show that the expressions are equivalent. 3x equals 9. You want to isolate that variable. Looks like multiplication. Looks like you're going to be dividing that by 3, both sides. I think you already know x equals 3. So go for those problems. Make sure when you're getting those last ones that you're really writing out explanations and that you're thinking through the mathematical thoughts. Explaining and showing your work is essential. Even though you're on your own, it really is essential. Do whatever you do, the things that you've been taught, because it'll definitely help you. And that's the whole point. All right, boys and girls, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. Let's get this lesson 19 done soon. It's getting dark. Love ya. And stay magical.